What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Old World AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying the action so far. We will continue today. We've got 2 turns to do, then we'll do the info addicts, so it'll be a bit of a broken up episode, but that's okay. It's not a problem. Should be fine. It will be quite interesting. I think a lot has really changed. I mean, civs have they had planes before, but it feels like more civs now have planes. Like France all of a sudden has 5. Did they? I don't know. They have a lot of good units, artillery. We're hitting a new stage in the game, so it probably is going to be quite exciting to have a little look at those in 2 turns. It looks like Rome and Carthage or the city of Rome and the Civ Carthage will probably be eliminated by then as well. To France, I think, because yeah, Morocco's not really here, so I'm guessing France is putting in a lot of the work. Obviously, those planes probably helping, because it looks like how on earth can France be doing this? But now they've pushed in a bit more. Yeah, the planes must be doing a bit of work here. There's no way they were taking that beforehand. So yeah, it must be the planes. And maybe, just maybe next turn, I would say they would have it, but there's actually no melee units here. So France probably will not have this. Unless they do their little AI, you know, the little AI cheat. I don't know, sometimes if you can move a ranged unit in and it works. I don't think that'll be the case here, but I feel like we've seen it before. You can kind of glitch it. I think the AI definitely can sneak in with like a ranged unit, like a bazooka or something like that, that's supposed to be ranged, but if you actually walk in, I think it does work. It's a bit weird. Morocco and Russia piecing out, not too important, but Morocco's declared war on Rome. Not really. They are close, but not close enough. And Poland v Rome. Again, no, that doesn't matter. Although that is pretty scary, Rome. That's 2 of the biggest civs in the world declaring war on you. Not fun. Poland with plenty of planes as well. What? No, this is very purple. Oh yeah, it's the Champa. I'll say, just very random purple square. France have settled one of their. Why? What was attractive about this location? Whatever. But France has settled. Where did the other settler go? Oh, it's over here. Okay, fair enough. Thought it just disappeared. Hopefully this one has some sense and comes further south. Japan has got a great musician here. I'm guessing to go play a concert. Like, I'm really not really sure why, but there you go. Why would you not have cities over here? Why would you send this great musician here but not settlers? Like, come on, Japan. What are you doing? There we go. We can see Morocco's region getting bigger, better. They're farming everything now. It's looking great. Benin's got a couple of cities. France has got this region, of course, slowly growing. Spain still with no settlers. Just eternal disappointment from them so far. I think Asia is just very calm. Just not many wars going on. It's pretty pretty normal stuff. Yep, no, nothing. It's all quiet. Actually, this city is going to go to the Huns, but not that much going on. And I think Europe is mostly the same. Germany is going to probably have some success against Sweden here eventually. This very slowly grinding away at this city. It's taken a while. Stockholm might be a bit tougher, but yeah, I mean, getting this one would be a good start. Imagine a comeback from Germany. That would be impressive. France did just put down that settler as well, for anyone wondering. There we go. Okay, that one did not go as far, and that's a slightly better location. Most text, I mean, we're going to see that in a second, so we won't read it here. But here we go. Into the info addicts. There's some lines. I always try to guess like who's who for the fun of it. But there's a brown line here. I'm guessing that is that Spain? Like, it must be Spain, right? There's just a weird brown. Is that Spain? No. I don't know. I'm looking at the mini-map. I don't see anyone that corresponds with that colour. Mali? It is Mali. Mali somehow. Doing much better than expected there. Second in score. A red line in the lead suggests... Okay, no. It's Morocco in the lead there on score. Poland is 4th. There's a yellow line in 3rd, which could be Egypt. But it could also be Russia, because Russia, they're not great, but on score. Score can be weird. Egypt is there in 3rd. 5th is a green line. That could be anybody. India, Rhodesia, Burundi, Ethiopia. None of them are that good. It is India in 5th there, according to score. And I'm guessing that's France in the blue. There's the rest. We won't try and guess all of those. But there we go. Quite interesting. But here we go. Into the world rankings. Population. Egypt currently leading the way pretty heavily. 28 million. That is like... Their lead over second is bigger than the gap between like the rest of the top 10 nearly. There's 8 million between the 1 and 2. And 11 between 2 and 10. So it's not... that far off. Egypt then leads the way with 28 million. Russia 20 million. Poland 19. France 16. Huns and Morocco on 12 million. So Morocco not doing that great there statistically. And of course that matters for the results in 100 turns. I'm guessing it's going to be 350. No, sorry, 350. No, it will be 300. Sorry, probably it normally is 300 or 250. As we're not anywhere near the end of the tech tree, it will probably be 300. I think 350s are pushing it, but it does depend, you know, where they are in the tech tree at the time. So it might be 350. I have no idea. It depends what happens. But yeah, there you go. Morocco in 6th. Spain's then there on 12 million as well. India at 11 million. Siam 10 million. And 9.5 for Mali. Crop yield, Morocco does have the highest crop yield, so maybe they'll start to catch up. Then it's Poland, France, Egypt, the Huns, Siam, Spain, Korea, Songhai, and Russia. Production, Morocco again leading the way with quite a lead at the moment, but Spain still surprisingly in 2nd place. They do have a lot of units, they're just not doing anything with them or anything, so that's what sucks. France in 3rd, Egypt 4th, Poland 5th, then the Huns, Korea, Persia, Greece, and the Songhai. Biggest economy, Egypt currently leading the way ahead of Morocco. Then it's Poland, the Huns, France, Siam, Songhai, Benin, Mongolia, and Korea. Korea's not doing as good as I thought. Land area, Morocco's out in front by about 25% there. Then it is France, Spain, India, Poland, Ethiopia, Korea, Songhai, Egypt quite low, and then Siam. See, bear in mind, the sea tiles do count, so this is a bit misleading. Military manpower, Poland and Morocco pretty much tied for first. I mean, 200 soldiers there is about the difference, which in game terms means, you know, they have about the same amount of units that are pretty similar units, and one of them's got a bit more damage on it than the other one. That's why there's a disparity in the numbers there. So they're very close. Then there's a bit of a drop off of about 30,000 to Egypt, which means maybe Egypt has 1 or 2 less units. France then sits in 4th, Spain in 5th, so those two still pretty strong. I feel like one might need to kill the other. That might be it, which would be really difficult, and you would probably give it to France. Would be better to do it based on this, but you never know. The Huns, Siam, Mali, Russia, and India. Right, social policies, Poland leading the way. Obviously, it's their special ability. It's what they're good at. Makes sense. Spain and France then tied again. Then it is Siam, Egypt, Morocco, China, or Mao's China, Rhodesia, all tied. And then 19 for the Jar. Ton of civs on 18 by the look of it, yep. Happiness, anyone in the negatives right now? That's all we normally look for happiness. No, only Portugal has died in 250 turns. That's ridiculous, but fair play. Rip for Portugal. Technologies then, oh no, the Garamantes in Portugal. Sorry, Garamantes, they were not on this list. I don't know what happened. They're still happy apparently. Technologies, they're happy to be dead. There you go. That's what's happened there. Portugal, Garamantes, they're not in. Arabia is still around with 38 techs. The Ottomans are also dead, actually. Sorry, forgot about you. 39. The cities one is the best way to check who's dead, because it will say 0. The Ottomans, Portugal, and the Garamantes are the only 3 dead civs. There we go. Where was we? Technologies from the bottom. Arabia, Japan, and Austria on 40. Congo, Rome, and Mongolia, and the Zulu, and Mercuria. I need to stop saying "and" too soon. On 42. England, the only civ, on 43. 44 then for Carthage, Burundi, Tang, China, Sweden, and the Jar. 45 for Greece, the Netherlands, Benin, Ethiopia, Mao's China. Then it's 46 as we hit about the halfway point for Harappa, Rhodesia, Persia, Songhai, and Champa. 47 for Germany and India. 48 for Nigeria and the Huns. 49 for Spain. There's a bit of a jump to 51 of Morocco and Siam. 52 for Poland and France, 53 for Russia, 54 for Mali, 56 for Egypt, and 57 for Korea. So because Morocco, it doesn't look like Morocco was winning when they started the settler boom. They were one of the better off, like top 10 maybe, but they certainly weren't like out and out number 1. So it might take time. I mean, they're going to start to climb, obviously, but may not be a done deal there yet. They've got more to do. Net gold, we don't use this anymore, just as a reminder for the results, but if you want to have a pause, have a look, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, we don't use it for the results, because by the end, normally they're all negative numbers anyway, so it's not really fair. Cities, Morocco leads the way with 16 now, then it is France at 11, the 2 colonizers, and obviously France, I think, have a couple more settlers on the way, or 1 more at least. Songhai and Poland then on 8. Those are pretty much inland. The Songhai could in theory send settlers out because they have the former Nigerian capital. Poland, it's a lot tougher. Korea's on 7. I mean, they've got no excuses. They've just been rubbish at settling. Ethiopia, they're doing okay. They are getting stuff in Australia and New Guinea, so no shade at them. The Huns on 6, and then Siam, Benin, Spain, Champa, Persia, India, Greece, lots on 5. I mean, Greece is bad, so there you go. Egypt 5. Greece has 5. Oh yeah, they have the random one. Okay, fair enough. They have the random one in the middle of Siberia. Right, science output. Who's got 1 city? That's always curious as well. Who's on the brink of elimination? Nigeria, Arabia, Carthage, probably next turn, Mercuria, the Jar, and Rome. All living on the edge there with one city left. Science output, Korea, of course, leading the way. Well, their specialisation. Egypt again in second. Then I feel like Egypt's been second every time. Maybe not, but Morocco, it feels like it. Morocco third, Poland fourth, France fifth. That might be the top 5. If you had to ask me like top 5, I think that would be mine. Morocco, Egypt, Poland, France, Korea. But Mali's been up there a lot. Russia here, the Huns, Siam and India filling out that top 10. Culture output, Morocco does lead the way. Then France, Spain, Siam, Poland, Mao's China, Egypt, the Jar, Mali and Songhai. Korea just missing out for now. By 1 point, I'm sure by the end they'll probably climb into the top 10 there. Wonders in possession, led by Egypt, then Mali, Poland and Morocco. India and Russia all tied on 3. 2 for Spain and France, and a lot of civs with 1. What do we got next? Treasury we're not really using because some spend it, some don't. Faith and faith game. We'll look at the religions. I think there's just one monster religion, isn't there, that's dominating. Influentialness is starting to kick off. A lot of 1s. 2 for the Jar and Mao's China, which is probably over... I have no idea who that's over. Someone else who's small near them. Maybe Japan. I don't know. Somebody nearby. Each other. I don't know. Someone extra. In fact, they've got it over 2. So yeah, it must be probably the same 2. And then Morocco's got 4, which again could be anyone. Carthage probably. Maybe Greece. Obviously it's not completely just location based, so it could be anybody. Great works. Spain leads the way with 12. 11 for Egypt. 9 for Siam and France. 8 for Poland and Mali. 7 for Morocco. 6 for Russia. 6 for Persia. 6 for the Huns. And a lot of other 6s as well there. Or a few others. India, the Jar, and then it goes to 5. Trade routes. Don't normally look at these too much. Mali does have the most. I believe someone pointed out they have the Petra, so that's probably why they have 1 more than the others. And then whoever has the Colossus, I think it was Rome, right? So they're not very good, so that's why they're only on 6 and not 7. Or if they had all the text, they would also be on 7. But as we saw, they're near the bottom. Tourism, Morocco is currently the most tourism, which is cool. And now they have like northern Brazil as well. Maybe they're going to turn that into a bit of a, I don't know, location to go. They've got like Buenos Aires, Argentina area, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. But they've got a bit of Argentina as well. They did miss out on like the Rio area. That seems to be in Benin's territory, if I'm not mistaken. Spain then in second. Egypt third. France, Poland, Mali, Russia, Songhai, Siam and Korea. So there we go. And we'll have a quick look. Religion overview. World religions. Who's dominating? Oh my goodness. 90 cities from Islam and Mali. 24 is the next best. Taoism from China and East Asia. 16 for Hinduism from India. 7 for Ethiopia's Eastern Orthodoxy. 6 for Judaism from England. And yeah, 1 for Shinto, which is not great. You'd think they'd at least have the 3 islands in Japan, but no. And 0 for Nigeria. They're not having a good time, are they? Here we go. Next turn. Will it be the fall of Rome? Should be. There's an ironclad there. Egypt has... thought we'd got something cool there. It was Egypt with the Champa. England also joins in. These civs are not going to do anything to the Champa, but there we go. Never mind. How Benin doing? I've just recorded a Benin episode, so yeah, they're not doing as good as me, which is great to see, obviously. We're doing quite good. If you are interested, I'm playing, and you haven't watched the Let's Play, I know they're not as popular, but I am playing as Benin right now in the exact same scenario as this one. Some things are a little different. I believe one of the civs got taken out who didn't spawn properly in this one. I can't remember who it is. I think the Champa just got taken out, or actually I think I forgot, so they are there, but they just didn't spawn. And for some reason Nigeria didn't settle, and I was playing as Benin, so we just left them. But yeah, I'm playing as Benin right now. It's going well. It's on edge, but it's going okay. So yeah, if you are interested in that, feel free to check it out. And boom, what do we got here? Rome, it fell, but it fell back to Carthage. Okay, I think another city fell, but I don't know what it... Oh, Germany. Germany grabbed this city. Mongolia v the Champa? No, that's fine. I guess maybe they sneak in and steal this, but I'm guessing the Huns are going to get it very soon, so it probably won't matter. I wonder what Poland's going to do next. I mean, Russia's still proven to be tough, and the Huns are not rubbish either. I feel like Poland, they're going to have to go after Germany again, aren't they? Like, that is the obvious choice. And Germany, they've had a bit of a comeback, but yeah, they do look pretty fragile. Like, not many units left behind here. Does look like it could fall apart pretty quickly for them, I'm afraid. Was there another French settler? I thought there was at least one more. Maybe not. Maybe not. Doesn't look like it anyway. Not crossing the Atlantic just yet. But at least they got 4 cities down. That's good. That's something. It's more than anyone else. So yeah, there you go. That's at least something. Still no one in Hawaii. Siam v Japan. I mean, this is interesting, but this is not enough. Like, really? What did you think you were going to do with these 5 units? I don't know. But yeah, that is kind of cool, right? It might trigger something else, you know. Next thing you know, the Champa joins in or Korea gets involved. So, I'm not going to give them too much flack for it. We'll let them off. Oh, these borders. If India doesn't connect this, even though they can't get there, I hope it connects, because it's going to look gross if it doesn't. Oh, they've put 2 manufactories in this city. That is bold, because if you lose this, like, this could be a good city for someone like Mao. Like, that's a bit questionable decision, and you can't really defend it either. China has gone autocracy. I believe pretty much everyone's gone autocracy. There's like 3 order civs or 2 order civs and 1 freedom civ. Yeah, the rest have gone autocracy. The Huns have not achieved this yet. This is a mess. But at the same time, I don't think this scout's going to conquer the city, so they're probably safe. How did... I guess it's on... you have to kill all the units. Yeah, I was going to say, how did Carthage get this back? But yeah, that's how. France's turn again. They don't have any melee. Oh no, there's a rifleman right here. Never mind. Yep, there we go. They take Rome again. This caravel is the last hope for Carthage. We'll see if they get it back. But yeah, that's good for France, I guess. I mean, it stops Morocco. Like, if anything, now Morocco does have to fight someone big next, right? Morocco has no choices. I mean, maybe that's why they've settled so much, actually. Look at it. Yeah. Mali, we've seen, are a bit of a... I think a bit of a dark horse in this game. Probably not to win as of right now, but they look really strong, even though they only have 3 cities. The Songhai are pretty big themselves. You know, wouldn't want to mess with them and lose. Egypt is obviously another sort of on the same level. I mean, look at that. They have an aircraft carrier. That's the most advanced unit we've probably seen so far. Okay, the Jar actually took that city to add to the border corps. Fair enough. This knight unit with its last breath got in there. Fair enough. But yeah, look, and I mean, it's France or Spain if you go north, and neither of those are particularly pushovers, especially when you have to cross the water as well. So yeah, Morocco's growth may now be dependent on colonizing, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, of course, they do have... I think the Songhai is the one... That's the weak link. They're big, but they do still have... There's a clear tech disadvantage here, right? Infantry beats this rifleman. You have artillery. They're still on cannons. I mean, that won't last, but for now, at least, you do have an advantage. But then again, they only really have land units, and you have a lot of boats that won't help you in that war, so it could get very messy. Egypt continuing to add more wonders with the Prora. To be fair, I don't really see Egypt expanding either, right? They can get this city off Mercuria. Maybe they could steal Medina here somehow, but that's about it. I think Persia's not bad. They've got some interesting borders, so yeah, it's going to be difficult. Greece, again, not disastrous, right? I mean... These games are weird. I think if you had a country like this, you'd be pretty happy with it. But yeah, in this game, that's not so great because there's everyone's kind of big. But yeah, I mean, this would obviously be like a huge country in real life. Half of Turkey, most of the Balkans, southern Italy. Like, yeah, that would be a huge, like, combined group. But there you go. Korea completes Broadway, so at least they're doing something. Still no settlers, though. I don't know, is Ethiopia sending any more? They are now... Yep, they actually do have one. It only just got here, but... just survived, but it's here. These Mercurian... Oh, no, this is a different unique unit, right? To the one that's... Yeah, I think this is a different one to the one that I'm dealing with. Or maybe not, maybe not. Maybe it is the same one. But yeah, the ones that are cursing me in my Let's Play at the moment, or in yesterday, the last episode. Just every time I see them now, I'm having flashbacks. Rhodesia should conquer Madagascar here, which is pretty interesting. Didn't really know that was going on, but it looks like Burundi could end up getting this city, so that's not the best for either civ. I guess 9's better than 4, right? I guess you'd say, I know it's going to lose population, but you'd take the trade. As long as you don't lose it multiple times. Rome and Egypt piecing out. That doesn't matter, does it really? And Russia and France piecing out. I mean, again, not particularly big. They're fairly far apart anyway. Ooh, Germany. Was this Citadel here for... Yeah, it's been here for a while, I think. France with 4 as well. I think these have been here for a while, but yeah, that is rough for the Netherlands. What is England doing? Like, what are they actually... I don't even know. I think they're broken, because you've just let them have, like, Scotland. You've not settled anything. You've been able to see you were one of the first civs. Like, as bad as they've been, credit to them, they were one of the first to explore the New World. They are currently trading with the New World cities. But no, they don't want this for themselves. They're just happy with London and York. They have basically England, Wales, and Ireland, and they're just like, yeah, this will do. This is